my fellow Americans. It's Can't Flip for Ship here, and because Celestro had the dogs out in his recent video, I'm gonna have the dogs out in mine. That's just something I do. What's up, guys? Can't Flip for Ship here. I just wanted to make a video today for a combo that was recommended, or not recommended, but I know that somebody was asking me to do a combo today for, whoa, they said they wanted a twirl style combo, so I'm gonna do that. So I guess I can show you. I think I did it already, but here, let me give it my best go. And I'll put, I'll put a slow-mo up first. So here is the slow-mo right here. All right. So you saw it, you got to look at it, you seen how it looks good, you're like, wow, I want to learn it, what's the deal? So I'm here to do that for you. And it's actually a pretty easy trick. Well, I would say, like, let's call it intermediate, is what I would call this trick. Oh shit, I almost cut myself. Yeah, so intermediate, I wouldn't say it's anything too hard. But let me get right into it. So the first thing, obviously, is that this combo, some prerequisites you can know are obviously the full twirl, the chaplain, and then also too, if you know the move like this twirl, the opposite twirl on the other handle, you know, the one that gets you into like the kiss goodbye and stuff. If you know that type of stuff, that's gonna help out a lot too. And yeah, I guess that's really kind of it. Obviously, there's that one that's like the Balisong flipping style like that. You want to learn that. I don't have any videos on any of those. If I can think of a good one that I want to do, I might link it, you know what I'm saying? But really, I don't think I've seen one that's like more, oh shit, that's like a better one. So I'm just going to go ahead and give it to you, like all of it right now. So first things first, a thumb chaplain, all you want to do is just open the knife up to this point right here, and you want to flick it back. The thumb chaplain's kind of hard to stick. You can do multiples, but I'm not really very good at it, and I don't think it really makes the trick look any better. You know what I'm saying? So I would just do one toss, like, oh shit, one thumb chaplain. The closer you are to the pivots, obviously it's like any other chaplain, the closer you are, the easier it's going to get into. So you want to get close to those pivots and bring it around. Now the next thing you're going to want to do as you're bringing it around is you're going to stop it. And remember, you can get this relatively slow. You want to stop it with these two fingers and make this like this. So you have almost like you're doing a peace sign, and these three fingers touch. And what's going to happen is, notice how the knife naturally rotates around that. So it's like this, you make that little thing, and now look, it falls into this place right here. And that's where you want it, is down in between this finger. So like, depending on what type of trick you're gonna do, you can have different fingers that it falls into. So this is just kind of tip for all of them. Like if you want it to be like, so let's say for example, like I do this a lot of times after I finish off the giraffe, is I like wrap it around and finish off here, and then I can come up, because it's not this finger you're finishing on, it's this one, and then you can do a whip roll. So there's like lots of different options, but for this one, you want to come around here, make these three fingers, let it rotate, and then you want to close it off with this finger right here. So now you're in between your ring and your middle finger. So like I said, just like that, bring it around here. Now what you do once you get in this position is you want to flick it up like this, and then you're going to flick it down and diagonally, almost towards like your left hip right here, like you're going to get something out of your pocket. Oh, you know what I'm saying? So here, around, bring it around, and as you'll notice, it'll have that natural rotation. You kind of let that rotation kind of bring the upswing for you. And then when you come down that way, and everything kind of works in a circular motion. You're not doing any sharp like movements that are like square or anything like that. So the same here, as we're coming down, even though we're coming here, we're going to circle around. So circle around, and as we're circling around like this, notice how I'm not doing anything with my hands. That little circle is bringing it. So you come down here, turn the wrist over, and it's a tabletop. And when you get into that tabletop position, you want to transfer from these two fingers to these two fingers. So between your ring and middle, you're going to transfer to your middle and pointer. So like that, right? And you can just practice that if you want. Just here, right? You know what I'm saying? So that's that. So remember, around here, make the 3, come here, come up, back around, toss. Now we're in between these two. Once you get in between these two, you want to try to make this motion fluid, because it's going to look bad if it's not fluid. Sorry about the wind. Let me see if I can come over here and make it a little bit less wind noises. But yeah, so you come around here, and then look, notice how when this handle comes around, when it comes around perfectly circularly, it looks good, right? But if I come here and then do this and then do that, it's not going to look as good. So we want to circle around and then let it come to that point. So that's all from coming across here. Remember, as this right here, you want to remember when you're doing this toss between these 2 fingers. So that's the move that's in between here, here, and here. When you're doing that toss in between, you want to remember that you almost want to let it go with these fingers. You don't want to like have a stiff guard on it, because then it's not going to want to transfer well. And also too, you don't want to be too close to the pivots, because if you're too close to the pivots, you'll get caught up. It'll touch this finger and get caught up. So you want to be a little further down. Now you're here. And then we go into the chaplain. So that's the next step. So let's kind of go over everything, because this is going to be a long sequence and I want to give you as much details as I can. So it's going to be kind of a long video. So you know, obviously stick around. If you feel like you want to fast forward through any certain part, you can. But it's just that I want to get thorough with everything. That way there's like 100% full ability of people that you can know like what it is that you need to do to like get it down. You know what I'm saying? Oh shit. All right. So around here, around the thumb, make these 3, bring it down, come up, do that side swivel, transfer to these 2 fingers, and then come around and chaplain, right? So that's the first essential part of it. And then now we're going to get into the second part that we do, which is going to be pretty much the twirl. So, oops. Now from here, you want to go into your full twirl, right? If you don't know how to do the full twirl, I would probably look up a tutorial, because this is not going to give you everything you need to know, obviously. But I can give you a quick rundown real quick. So basically, you're going to get to this point, which is off of the chaplain, and then you stop it with this finger right here, your middle finger, and you twist. And when you twist, you want to replace your finger. So twist, and then replace this finger, your pointer finger, with your ring finger. So twist and replace, and see how it comes up like that. And then the same thing oppositely. Now you push down with this finger and you replace again. So it's kind of hard to see. You'll see it in slow motion what it is. I'm going to try to do it from this angle so you can see what's going on with the fingers. Oh, look at this. This is like the best angle to see it, but nobody ever shows that angle. So, yeah, so check that out. I'm trying to think. But I'm over here like trying to do side tricks. Okay, so yeah, so go to the full twirl after the chaplain. So you do all that stuff. You're here in the chaplain. Now you full twirl. And when you're on your way back down, and you would just stop it with this finger, what you want to do is you want to let it go into your other finger, which is going to be this finger right here. And this is going to be pretty much the hardest part. And this is where I say that you're going to need that, or that you might want that that ability to do the this right here, the kiss goodbye type of thing, where you go onto the pinky. Because if you don't have any experience with tricks on your pinky, you're going to be really like, you're not going to have the muscle memory for it, and it's going to be kind of hard for you because you don't have any like strength in your pinky. So that's kind of one of those things where I would advise you to just kind of like work on it. Obviously, if you've never done it before, you can still get it down, but even I have trouble now, and I do it all the time just because the pinky is kind of hard to work that muscle. You're basically working the back of the forearm along this line right here. But anyways, all that being said, you come here and you come down. So what that's going to look like is coming up, and then when you're coming down like this, instead of kind of finishing it off right here, like that's where the normal twirl would finish off. Oops, I did the wrong one again. So the normal twirl is here, right? Well, on this one, as you're coming up, and back down, instead of going back down the other way, you come back down across the pinky, and you can see it in the slow motion, right? And it also helps to kind of like move your arm down. The downward movement will actually help Aiden. It'll help Aiden. If you have a friend named Aiden, it actually works for him. But yeah, so let me show you real quick. So from this angle, here's the regular twirl, right? Now here is the other one. See it? And I hope that that's like kind of demonstrated. I'll do it slow. That's it, right? Okay, so that's the hardest part, is getting into that position. We're not getting into it, but getting out of it. So we're here now. We go down into this, and what we want to do for this specific trick sequence is we want to flick with our pinky. We're going to push it up. And as we push it up, we're going to grab it with these fingers, right? And then we're going to grab it with these fingers, and then we're going to grab it with this finger. So I know it's a lot, and it's one of those things where you have to kind of watch the slow motion, because there's not much that I can say that's going to be like groundbreaking along that line. But it's kind of interesting. You might want to just check it out and see, because it's going to come down to you just getting a feel for it. There's not a lot that I can do that's going to like show you, but let me just kind of try to break it down for you so that you can get an idea. All right, so come here, we come down to this position, move down. You're gonna push off with this pinky, and I'm gonna get this angle because this is the best way for you to see it. So you're down in this position, right? You push off with the pinky. As you're pushing, you wanna let go, get that pinky out of the way. You're gonna grab with these two, your ring in your middle. You're gonna flick it up, right? So let's go over it. Flick it up, take over with this finger, then take over with this finger, and you're back up. So you should finish off in the same position that you finish off the full twirl in. So yeah, let me show you. So we're here, and there, right? And as we get to the top, we go back into the chaplain, right? And it's kind of like an extended twirl, and it's kind of like one of the best types of twirls. If you like twirl movements, that's the reason why I made this tutorial. Somebody recommended me to do a twirl type movement. If you like twirl type movements, it's basically one of the longest types of twirl movements that you can do, because you're basically coming up every single finger. So that you can look at it that way, as like rotating up every single finger. If I didn't do that good of a job explaining it, I apologize. I'm gonna put up another slow-mo right now, just of this part, from a different angle, so that you can kind of see what it looks like. But yeah, from that point, you go up into the chaplain, stop it with this finger. You're gonna go back into another twirl. And then when you get to this point at the bottom of the twirl, you're gonna grab this handle with these two fingers and flick back, and that closes the knife. So let's recap every single thing. And I should have put that slow motion in there back there a second ago. We'll recap every single thing, and then the video should be done. And I apologize about the wind on this video, but I hope that it's not too bad. I can't really tell right now until I go back and look at it. But I don't feel like re-recording, so here we go. So around the thumb, right? Make 3 here, let it drop. You're gonna come up, then you're gonna come back down, turn to a tabletop flat, come around. You're gonna give it a light, almost like a movement, like a aerial type. You're gonna catch it with these two fingers, You're gonna come back around, rotate the chaplain, boom, boom, boom. You can do as many as you want. Go into the twirl. As you're coming back down on the twirl, instead of doing this and replacing with this finger, you're just gonna let it rotate around the pinky, catch it with this one. Now you're gonna come up around here, 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 here. And that's pretty much it. And then you go into the chaplain, back up, and close. So yeah, that's the trick. I'll put that last slow-mo up. And if you guys have any specific questions about any specific parts, feel free to tell me. I feel bad because I know that this trick is not the easiest to get down. So I'm gonna try my best to answer all the comments about any specific things. But other than that, I don't really have much else. Subscribe if you guys want more tutorials, or you want more stuff like along this line, because I will definitely be making more in the future. So just let me know. All right, y'all. Can't Flip for Ship signing out. Whoa. Rock on.